Hi, I'm Milan. Have you ever wondered why some visuals in Power BI take longer to load than others? Especially when you're doing a report refresh or when the user is navigating through the report. Well, a lot of it can come down to the way in which you write your DAX measures. In this video, I'm going to give you an example using an AVERAGEX expression, which can be written in two ways to see which one is faster. Alright, so you know how we do. Let's head over into Power BI. And what I want to show you is in my fact internet sales table. There are two columns here which are of interest to us: sales order number and sales order line number. Now, one order can have multiple items, and so each item will have its own line. For instance, if one order has 4 items, then you'll see sales order line number 1 through 4. What we want to know is, what is the average number of items in an order? The way to do this is to create a table, and I will show you in Excel what I mean. You want to create a table that has the number of items in each order, which I have here, and then we simply want to average column B. I have already done it in Excel. As you can see, our number is 2.18, and that is what I am looking for Power BI to return. So I'm back in Power BI, and let's create our first DAX expression. Okay, so I'm going to create a new measure and name it average with summarize. Okay, so to create this first expression, I am going to use an AVERAGEX function, followed by summarize, and then I am going to create my table. The first column will be fact internet sales. To create this first measure, I'm going to use AVERAGEX with summarize. Our table being referenced is the fact internet sales table. We are going to group by the sales order number. And my second column will be named items, and it will be simply the count of the number in the order line number column. Now the expression that we're going to use for this AVERAGEX will be items. And there we are. We can bring this in a visual, in a card visual. And there we are. We can see that our number 2.18 is the same result we had in Excel. So we know that this measure is working as it should. Now we want to create our second measure. For this, I am going to use AVERAGEX again, but this time instead of summarize, I am going to use values for the first column and a calculate count for the second. So we'll start off by writing our expression AVERAGEX. Our table is going to start with the values, and we want to return the distinct order numbers. And the expression this time is going to be a count of the order line number, but we're going to wrap it around in a calculate. And that is it. That is our expression done. So let's bring that in a card as well. And you can see here that it returns the same result. So that is how to calculate an average in two ways using different expressions. But of course, when we're creating a report, we want it to be as efficient as possible. We want it to run as fast as possible, as that will yield the best user experience. So in order to test this, we can go to View and Performance Analyzer. Click on this and start recording. Now we can simply refresh visuals and hit stop. And what you have here are the card visuals with the duration it took to refresh them. As you can see, one took 65 milliseconds and a second took 46 milliseconds. This first visual that we created using the AVERAGEX with the summarize took 50% longer than using this query, which used the values followed by the calculate count function. So just by doing this test, when you're creating your measures, you can very quickly see what types of expressions are faster for the report in terms of loading times. And this can really help you progress in your Power BI journey. If you found this video useful, please leave it a like. Don't forget to subscribe for the next video. And if you have any comments, leave them down below.